Hello everyone, it's that time again. It's time for bonsai. So in the studio today I've got a very shaggy raft English elm. So I'm just going to show you underneath. You can see it's very much a raft. It's stretching all the way up there. It has got a lot of definition to the branch structure, but it needs a good haircut. So it's got two apexes. It's almost like mother and daughter in raft. So main apex here, smaller apex there. You can see where it's coming off the trunk there, and you can see under here, if you can, just tilt you up. You probably can't see it. But there's lots and lots of branches in there. It's well overdue a trim. I need to get in there now, so that's what I'm going to do. And I'm going to show you some of that process. So let me just secure the camera. So hopefully you can see. So I'm going to do exactly what we've done on previous videos. I'm just going to go in. I'm going back essentially to 2 pairs, but then in some areas I'll probably go back further. So we're going to go in. Obviously predominantly start at the top, I suspect. I'm going to go in and be taking out probably more than that though, because it's really strong. I was quite worried about this. Last year it did have an attack of mites. It's still got a little bit now. But I did extensively treat it. Had a good winter watch as well. This will help with removing the unsightly leaves that are left, but it has bounced back, so I have sort of wanted it to sort of get on with it for a bit, so it grows strongly. And there's recovery from last year. It was in a sorry state at times last year, so I'm going to go round, taking growth back, because if I don't, it's going to hurt branches down lower. Janice has always been a vigorous grower. So I'm going to hopefully post some early pictures of this tree, so show you what it looked like when I purchased it, and then I think I've got some developmental pictures of it. I certainly should have somewhere. I'm going to drag them out because you'll see in a few years how quickly English elms can develop under the right conditions. I mean, this one has really come along, and you'll see it. You'll see it from those images that I post. I did change the orientation a little bit. So this has been taken out of a hedge somewhere by someone in the past. So it's like suckers. That's how they grow now. Obviously, if elms grow particularly large, they will succumb to the Dutch elm beetle and Dutch elm disease. So there's one less than a mile from my home that grew quite large, probably 30-40 feet, and then it died within a few years. And you can see the classic Dutch elm beetle tracks within the bark when it was flaking off. So the beetle's disease is still in the area, and as I said before, you shouldn't have any problems with trees this large because they basically can't support a beetle colony. so they don't tend to get disease. Plus, actually, I can treat it systemically, which will hopefully keep nasties away. So you can see, it's coming back into shape. It is a large tree, so I have left it to grow. I probably normally would have cut it down a lot more late winter, but because it suffered, I did leave it, and it's had quite a few weeks of growth now. If I don't bring it back now, it will harm the development overall. Well, I had to just make sure it was growing strongly. So again, taking this back, 2 pairs mainly. Some I've just taken off more. So because it is growing strongly, I am going to take it back later on and and certainly if I don't, I'll take it back late winter next year, before it breaks dormancy. As you can see, there's lots to take out there. This would be one of those ones that you just go in and in and in. So I had some feed, I'm going to give it more feed after this. Let it recover. It's bound to go crazy. Don't know what the weather's doing at the moment. We've had some obviously quite warm weather, and now it's gone a bit under par. Hopefully you can see what I'm doing. I'm going to bring it back to a more rounded shape. It's certainly going to look better after this. I will be taking quite a bit off. It's a good leaf actually. It's a very small leaf. It's interesting to contrast it to the elm that's come out of Europe, because that's got large leaves. So these are small. Maximum size of these are probably, well, it might get to 2 centimeters, but most of them are 1 centimeter. I say on average, sorry. Which is good. I mean, it's a decent sized tree. You can see the size of it. Take that back again. Lots and lots of growth. Some longer growth here. I'm just making sure I take right back. And this will really be one of those times that it should be really, that I'll take off loads of growth and it'll just look like it hasn't. I mean, obviously it's going to not look shaggy, but you're going to struggle to see where the growth has come out of, been trimmed out. So it's trimming it back into shape. Don't know if anyone else has noticed, but there's been a lot of caterpillars this year. Ooh. I've had to remove caterpillars, and I've got a plum tree at the back of the garden, and some of those branches have been stripped. It's more difficult, obviously, to get to that than it is to trees. Well, seems to be lots of hungry caterpillars out. There's lots of slugs out now as well, which are annoying. They've been chewing my hostas. I try to protect my hostas in pots around bonsai trees, but they've found them. Done all sorts of tricks. Obviously got lava on the surface and stuff, but they're still finding them. So some have had some horrible damage, which is not very nice. Some of them don't look very pretty. I had to move them further away, like higher up. There's one that's been touched that's been in a similar place for years, and it never got to it, and they found it. So I'm not very pleased. I have used some slug pellets actually, because they're just annoying. Doesn't help that it's warm and wet. So taking loads out, still more to take out. A little bit of loss here. Probably haven't turned the tree enough either. So I'm going to make sure the tree's turned round properly as well. It's a bit unsightly. But also addressing the balance a bit better as well will help. Lots and lots of branches. They are very prolific. So I'm going to carry on with this, and I'll show you the end result. Hello again. So as you can see, this has had a good trim. You can actually see a lot of the trunk now. You can see under there. I'll just lift it. You can see a lot of the trunk line. You can see I've shaped it, so you can see there's some defined layers. There's a lot more space now. You can see into branch structure in there. Look, not perfect. It'll need more thinning out. However, it's much better improvement there. You can see the end of the trunk that's healing over. Yeah, a few under-tidy roots there, but it is a sucker, as I said before. So it was cut off here from the main branch before, and then if you look in there, you should be able to see the end. Let me just do that. You can see. So I shaped that down, sanded it down. So there we go. Looking much better. It's going to have some feed now. Additional feed. It's only had a small amount. I'm just going to do a little bit more weeding as well. There's a few little bits of weed. But there we go. English Elm raft tile. See you later.